Good morning, fiends. Bit of an evening stroll out with my dogs. Usual jazz. You know how this goes by now. All fiending for the same thing. So I brought you down to my hood. I was born in that house right behind me there in 1978. My granddad built that house in 1960. Actually, I tell a lie. My granddad, what would they call that when they get a builder? Mr. Brightwell down on the corner. He lived on number 1 Grant Crest. I'd say he was the one that he got commissioned. That's the word. My granddad commissioned Mr. Brightwell, I would assume, to build that house. And my granddad built that house in about 1960. All my parents and my aunties and uncles all grew up in there. I was born in there. And I more or less watched my whole childhood grow up from that window on my right shoulder there, fiends. And just touching on that a little bit, right? You might not know this about Masterton, but there was a man. His name was, let's just call him the Old Man. And for any real G's, I need not say his name because that's all need to be said. That was his name, the Old Man. So the Old Man just happened to have my old man as one of his patch members. And my old man just happened to have another 3 brothers that were also patch members under the old man. And then another thing that he happened to do around this hood was he would recruit other groups of brothers. So there's other very large families, and they usually had groups of brothers, usually between 2, 3, 4, sometimes more. And then they would even have cousins and associates. And I bring this up because back in the 70s and the 80s, in this particular hood, there was a gang war between that gang and the other gang. We need not talk about it because everybody knows that knows. I watched a couple of my uncles die in this war. I even happened to do jail with the men responsible for some of these, murders. So much so, I've even done jail with the son of some of these murders, and they just happen to be murderers themselves and on lags for murder themselves. So it's come full circle, and this is why I'm talking about this, because that's the nonsense that's been laid down in hoods like mine and many others in Aotearoa. You know, all the gangs and all the fighting each other. They got us fighting each other, so we're not fighting them. And I want to call it out, because it's a nonsense. All this gang shit, all this living by the fucking code and all that shit. You've only got one code, whānau, fiends. That's to yourself and your family and your community as a whole. And if you come from a place like me, it's to your culture and your people as well. So, just a little bit of a yarn. Just a little bit of where I come from. Because, I'm going to give you the full rundown of my history. Just to touch on, we'll talk about that on the next one. But that's just a bit of me on a bit of a morning stroll. It's around about maybe just after midnight. Me and my cooties are checking out the feel in my hood. All clear in this hood, whānau. Fiends. Apologies. I've got to get working on the whānau and the fiends, But to all the fiends, don't forget to follow, because you're only just fiends until you tap that button. Get involved anyway, fiends. Going to finish my walk. Get involved.